We lie.
Okay. What's good, my good peoples? Welcome to the Player Sanctuary with me and my boy Stacie. Today we got a great show for you guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning in the last episode. Make sure you like, subscribe. Please share it with your friends, your colleagues, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your little cousin. Everybody can tap into the Player Podcast. Make sure you hit the social medias, follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, and hit bell so you know when we go live because we are doing these every week. And what's good, Brody? How you doing, man?
Cooling, man. I'm feeling great like always. No finna talk this shit. But today we got a special guest. We got one of the homies from the crib, Miami. One of our classmates growing up, played basketball at a collegiate level, received undergrad degree from Winthrop, founder of the brand Eaton. It stands for Exist Above the Noise, and author of Ghetto Conscious, and recently received his graduate degree from FIU. He's someone to look to for motivation from as a friend. And that's the homie Brandon Vega. Appreciate you for hanging out with us tonight, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate both of y'all, man. And as y'all said, man, two brothers that we all come from the same place. So this is something very special. You know what I'm saying? We all tapped in. We all know what it is, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity to get a chance to talk with y'all. So thank you for having me on.
Okay, appreciate you, man. Already, man. You already know we already talked about this a while ago before we even got started. So man, I'm glad to have you on the podcast finally, bro.
Yeah. For sure.
We're gonna start off with the summer league, man. What's going on. You got the draft picks in the summer league this year. You got some old heads that I just found out was in the summer league, trying to reestablish themselves back into the league. So far, how you feel about it, man? I know you're a basketball guy, Brandon. Have you been tuning in, or you just been all work?
Well, lately, bro, to be honest with you, ever since I stopped playing, I don't really pay much attention to ball until playoff time. I scan from here and there sometimes just to see highlights and stuff, and you hear about certain people that you may want to check out sometimes, but it don't really be a big deal to me, because again, I know the game done changed, and there's a lot of differences, and even from 10 years ago when we was in school or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of hard to gauge who really liked that and who just got a lot of hype and stuff like that. So I don't really be buying into all that stuff. The way I look at sports now is totally different than I looked at it when I was playing it. But I ain't gonna be no hypocrite, because basketball and sports is the reason why I was able to get to the place that I'm in today. However, I just understand the value of education, because if you only thinking about ball and stuff like that, you could lose sight out here as far as tapping into how the real world actually works.
Definitely, man. I feel the same way, man. Like you're saying, being removed from the game, you played at a collegiate level, so you seen the actual inner business workings of basketball at its finest, even probably playing AAU. Just at the youth level. So definitely understand that, growing up, our perspectives changed, and how we look at the game is different. So what about it changed now that you look, how do you see it now that been removed from the game and are more on the entrepreneurial side of business and everything of that nature?
Well, I think ever since I done my consciousness done tapped in, and I've been slightly awakened. And studying some of the things I've studied. I just got my master's degree in urban education. So it covered a lot of different, areas of Black history and things of that sort that, one never knew, you know what I mean? And then, it kind of makes you feel a certain type of way as you, dig deeper into the womb that's already, there. So when I think about sports, I just think about, slavery, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100.
Nah, that's what we're here for. We keep it playing, man.
There's a book called A Well-Paid Slave. I forgot the name of the brother who wrote that book, but Kurt Flood. Book called A Well-Paid Slave. Kurt Flood is actually responsible for free agency in all sports. He played baseball. You feel what I'm saying? And he was a Black man, and he understood, leveraging, your talent and stuff like that. So that's probably a name a lot of people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But he the man that changed the game for how these people getting all these big money contract these days. So I just look at it as, we think about sports, man. We pay our money to go see LeBron, Tom Brady, and those, gentlemen. However, the owners are, collecting, all the money, and LeBron them just get a certain percentage of that, but keeping it real, we ain't coming to see the owner play. We ain't coming to watch, no executives or nobody in the front office do anything. We looking at the people on the field. So if this person has this type of value, why isn't he, generating the type of money that he's supposed to be, generating? So, that's, again, I could be on a little, dark side as far as the way I'm looking at sports nowadays, but that's just how I feel about it.
I mean, I went through that phase as well, especially with football and stuff, seeing all the politics from a very young age, how things run. Now you throw weird money into it, you can only understand how deep that all that stuff could go, So I definitely feel you and your perspective on it. I definitely understand that perspective on everything, bro.
Yeah, definitely, bro. So about your book, Ghetto Conscious, I know it's a collection of poems. Coming from your perspective on growing up, in Carol City and the different in your environment. So what inspired you to write that, and how's it been going on the journey?
Well, what inspired me to write that, bro, was just, I was working at a high school. Since I got out of college, I was working in the education system. Elementary, middle school, high school, different schools. Yeah. And this last school I was just working at, it was a charter school, and we was getting some of the, tougher kids that get kicked out of the Carol City, Northwest, and Centrals, all those different schools, and we, we hosting all of them. You know what I'm saying? And being a young guy, it used to sometimes get a little heated with some of the students because they used to be, talking crazy or, just, stepping out of bounds,
letting themselves.
Yeah. Exactly. And, it just made me reflect on, like, this is probably what some people felt like I was like, you know what I'm saying? Giving them a hard time and things of that nature. I always knew I wasn't one of those bad kids, like in the streets, you know what I'm saying, in that type of life. But, I was somebody that you had to watch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, I would be in the middle of some of the trouble that was going on, like I say, outside of, fights and doing any street activities. However, so thinking about these kids, I started reflecting on my life. And I got invited by, I don't know, I think y'all brothers know B Stu. B Stu a year younger than us.
Yeah, definitely.
Brandon hit me one day, like a couple weeks before my son was born, and he was like, hey, man, it might be an opportunity for you to speak at Bethune. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, let me know. Like, I'm there, whatever. He was like, but the only thing is, we can't pay you. So then I was like, bro, what? Like, man, you ain't got to pay me. I see the opportunity, bro. I'm getting a chance to speak at Bethune. Me like, bro, I'll drive up there for free all week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I see that down the road, it brings more. So anyway, I gave my little spiel when I talked to the people at Bethune, and they was like, man, when you going to write a book? And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even thinking about really writing a book at that time because I had, had aspirations of writing a book a couple years prior, but I had got like writer's block. I got like disappointed and couldn't come up with nothing. So I like gave it up. And then when those students was like, man, when you going to write a book, that kind of sparked me like, damn, you really is supposed to write a book. So one of the last poems in the book, the poem to my son, was the first poem that I actually started working on for the book. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the students that I was working around are the ones that inspired me. And I also just wanted to give a voice to, because again, I know I ain't have it the roughest, but at the same time, I lived it firsthand as far as the communities we come up in. And I also have friends that experience way worse than me. And it's like some of my brothers and sisters can't articulate themselves and share their stories. So, you know what I'm saying? Why not be the one to kind of be the orator for my community? Because, people complain about we don't have, representation and literacy and things of that nature. And instead of being somebody that's a complainer, I decided to get in the game and do something about it.
I got you. That's live right there, bro. I love that, man. That definitely, that inspiration. Just to, like I said, it happened for a reason. You had to go to Bethune and you had to go talk to them, the team or who you spoke to, just to, give you that motivation to get back on what you started. The universe not gonna never forget, what you planted. It's just gonna make you, just keep putting it in your face until you say, hey, let me stop playing and actually do it.
Yeah.
So since I know played basketball at Winthrop. My bad. And now that basketball has changed, college basketball has changed, especially now with the NIL situation. I just want to get your thoughts on that. Now you say you got your woke conscious and you see basketball from a different light. I know the NIL is just a different, another element thrown in there that, can, I want to say affect the young black brother in a different way.
When you bro, when you say NIL, you ain't talking about the protest NIL. You talking about
how about the name, image, and likeness?
Okay,
how, they're able to capture.
I was thinking that, but I just wanted to be sure.
I got you.
I think it's actually amazing, but I also think like somewhere down the road, man, it could kind of get a little sticky. Because like when you're thinking about it, bro, like remember these people 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You got somebody on your team like clearing 6 figures, almost 7 figures a year because of who they are and all that. And like you on the team, like you getting your like now it come down to really like performance. Like now it's gonna be more competition. Like throw me the rock, give me the ball, let me I need these tackles. And I think that's gonna make the game better. However, it's like that quarterback for Alabama didn't even play a down yet, and he got $1 million deal.
Got an M. Easy,
bro.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like a program like Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Like UM, like even if they're not as good as they used to be, but like just places like that, like if you can start those programs, you're gonna have a great opportunity to capitalize. However, I just hope that they get the guidance to manage their money correctly.
That's the big thing. I hope they do. So it's kind of tough because you think about it from that perspective, but then as a fan of the sport, you're like, all right, this can make bring balance in parity back to a whole new league. Well, parity compared to when it comes to everyone wanted to get to the NBA, NFL. Some players, like say for instance, Matt McClung. Y'all know that shit?
Yeah.
He gonna be trash in the NBA, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing. But if he stayed and went from high school with that same steam to college, he could sit and be proud to be in college and dominate in college with his likeness and make the cash off it. And it'd be okay for him. He'll have to rush to the league. He can sit there and work on his game. But now you got kids that's kind of like, rush into that situation too soon. And they're not able to take advantage of their full likeness like they should have been. There's a lot of players that should have been able to make money off of their likeness in college, and these colleges running up on their ass.
Yeah.
So that's one thing about it. But like we said, it's going to be a lot more competition because people are going to be more inclined to stay and grow them skills.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with both of y'all on that. It definitely breed competition. I also see it as they like we were talking about when we talked about it on the last episode, Stacie, on how it's away from the HBCUs. We was on the up and coming of balancing out that whole, statement that, everyone don't want to play over there. We was getting the, top 5 kids and the 5-star recruits to actually think about even committing there. Some even committed there. But now that the money is involved, HBCUs, they're not in the prime markets. It's all about what market you land. Like you said, the programs like Alabama, no matter how good they are, the name is going to always hold weight. they've been in a down, but you in Miami. It's a international market. USC not good, but you in Cali, so you got to look at it like that. Like those programs are not going to start, drawing more attention from the good kids again. Because, now in this generation, I feel like a lot of the kids are now woke on just, keeping everything black and just trying to, build up our culture and our things we have already established that we kind of neglect that, everyone loves the FAMUs and the Howards, but, we don't love it for the sports of it. They love it for, what it is as a whole. So I feel like that the NIL actually just kind of disrupt that plan for us to get on the even playing field.
They killed it.
And I don't know what would be some solutions to that, I would say.
It shouldn't have killed it. I mean, that's where that's when the people that really has the cash, that's like that do look like us, That's when they come and exercise their power and start being, donors and trying to find whatever they could to put the cash in these institutions, the HBCUs. They should put the money into them so the kids will be more inclined to go to them schools, in my opinion. That will help that out in that situation. What you think about it, B?
Yeah, man, I think it just comes down to, the affluent people putting their money in the pot and trying to, galvanize a crew of people that are, sponsor, these specific programs, because a lot of times when it's something do look like it's a good thing happening, somebody gets affected by it. And like y'all saying, the HBCUs, when it looked like, things were starting to look up, it's like, oh no, not so fast. And again, some of these HBC, unless you masterpiece son, you know what I'm saying, and you could get great opportunities, but again, it comes down to resources, man, and it's the resources start from the very beginning of education.
Yeah.
So, man, that's a real loaded question, but hopefully, we figure things out, or one of the better players in the country is going to take a top 5 player in either football or basketball to just say, or a number 1 definite pick in either sport to just say, you know what, I'm going here. I know I'm better than everybody. And if I don't get drafted number 1, we know the politics and biasness. Like if LeBron would have went to FAM or
just for that 1 year,
just for that 1 year, you mean to tell me he's not going to be the number 1 pick? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like
somebody who undeniable.
Exactly. Somebody that's like the talent level is just undeniable. Like they got to make a decision and say, you know what, this is what I'm doing.
They're gonna find that talent. You're gonna find talent. The cream always rises to the crop, in my opinion, when it comes to that.
Yeah,
definitely. So with the whole name, image, and likeness, also we talked about in the podcast. Well, we tended on it a little bit. Just how it affects the athlete growing up now. You see, you go to the parks. I know you got a son, so I know he'll be probably getting into sports. And sports for kids are now more monetized than it ever has been. With the YouTube, all these, the Battle brand that sponsor all the events that have the kids 7-on-7s traveling across the country. I feel like it just started a little bit when we was getting up out of the Optimist scene, with the football, the going, Snoop Dogg brung his teams down here to play Uncle Luke and them. It just grew from now that these kids playing the whole year round. Football is, I want to say 365. These kids don't never get a break. So I just want to say that whole dynamic right there. Say if a kid was to recognize how good they are, know that a talented person there. Kids are now gaining followers on social media just as adults, just from their talent, TikTok and everything like that. I want to say how you feel about us protecting our youth at a younger age. Just it's going to be sharks. There's going to be people trying to just take advantage of them. And they're not going to know no better. They want to play with their friends, but as parents and just pillars of the community who've been through that process, in college or in the pros, just giving that information back to them. I just want to say how you feel about that, just affecting the younger kids that's not made it to college just yet.
Yeah, man. That's a phenomenal question, because I've had the fortunes of being around a lot of great, talented people that made it. Firsthand account, my life has been, when I think about it, exceptional. You know what I'm saying? The type of people I've got a chance to just be around and experience certain things. So to start with the question, I just feel like, as far as my son is concerned, he won't be pushing to anything unless he want to do it, because I understand, like I said, the importance of education. And I don't care how well you could dribble or shoot a basketball or run a football, like it comes to an end at some point. You feel what I'm saying? So I would much rather him know how to be writing his name and tying his shoe and all that at 5 and 6, opposed to being out there banging his head around. And I just think that, if we put the same amount of effort in our community into sports as we put into education, reading and writing and stuff like that, you will see the literacy rate in Black boys go up. The average reading level for boys in America is 4th grade reading level. By the time we're 18, we probably will be only reading at the 4th grade reading level.
That's some real shit. That's real. That's something huge. I like that you say that though.
Yeah, and you know, again, I ain't knocking it because I was one of them shorties. We all was one of them shorties that we thought the only way to make it was playing sports. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we don't get told we could do other things and we could be other things. It's like, man, listen, do your thing in this football or basketball thing, and they're gonna come get you, and you're gonna take care of the family. Like that's how we get in groomed. And even now, you got people got 4-year-old, 5-year-old training camps. Like, bro, are you kidding me, bro? Like,
It's crazy, bro.
it's like, you know, the people who do be coaching these kids, like, was never like that, was never good, was never even players in the. It's like, so it's like, who? Like, it's a circus to me. But again, I'm not in that field, so you know, I apologize for whoever I do offend. I just know that you cats ain't doing it right, but I'm gonna step away from that. Going to the other question about how do we protect our, you know, kids from sharks and stuff like that. You know, as you know, brother Stacie know, I had the fortunes of being around Brandon Knight since we was in middle school. And I just saw how his dad operated with him, and I just saw how they carried themselves. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you ain't talking to B about nothing. I don't care who you is, what you got to offer. Like, bro,
you're talking to me.
Yeah, like, yeah, you talking to me, or matter of fact, you ain't even talking to me right now because we ain't even
on that.
we ain't on that right now. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And it's like, you know, this somebody that I seen was always number 1 or number 2 in his class. It was never no top 10, top 20. Like, no,
he came out him.
You feel me? Like, I'm talking from like 7th grade, 6th, 7th grade. Like, he was the man all the way. You feel me? Like, it was a conversation where somebody tried to tell me that it's some twins that play at Pinecrest now that's supposed to be nice. I guess they done signed a huge endorsement deal out of high school or whatever.
Are they about to go to college?
They not going to college though. They just signed a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, they just signed a deal.
Deal in high school?
They in high school, and they finna be like juniors, I think. Something they signed a big deal though. Okay. Anyway, they go to Pinecrest, and you know, obviously, we all know if you from South Florida that Brandon made Pinecrest a brand. Yeah. And, you know, the person who told me about these twins told me that these twins was better than Brandon. So what I said to this person, I said, listen, you know, with all due respect, you know, I know that he may not have, which I think he had a decent career or having a decent career, averaging 16 a game, because it's hard to average points in the NBA. But just because he's not averaging 25 and not an MVP and all that, like, don't get it twisted. Ain't too many people walking around here gonna be better than him, especially in the state of Florida in high school. Like, not better than him.
Not him.
So, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, I saw how his family was with him and how they operated. And I think you just gotta have parents who are more focused on the task at hand opposed to the money, because a lot of us get, you know, tricked out of our things, you know, because people be offering sums of money that we never could have imagined. So it's a tricky thing, but again, it comes back to education.
Always come back to
that. Always back to education.
You just gotta use everything. Know what you're using things for. Everything should be like a vehicle to get to some point, especially when it comes to sports. If you're gonna use it as a vehicle to get to where you need to go, such as, you know, a great sum of income that come in and being close to that situation. I seen BK be able to get the money from the league and then able to start business and put his whole family on, and even family on, and start businesses just from his branch. Realtors have started crazy business to employ over hundreds of realtors in South Florida from him doing his one little business from the money he got from the league, you know, and that stuff means more. Life is when you get off the court, off the field, that's when life starts. Once you walk out of church, that's when life starts. But it's all about that, you know. So having a good team around you, having a good nucleus around you, the parents is very, very important with all that shit. It's really, really important. So everything you said was on point, bro. I definitely agree.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And Jay, you was just telling me, B right now playing in the summer league, you know, to get back active in the NBA. So that's dope right there within itself. You know, I would never ride basketball. I was a football guy, so I was never around those guys for the basketball scene. But I know I just see it from afar, and I just heard stories about his parents. You know, like he was a straight A student. You know, it was all about grades. It wasn't just the basketball for him. Even at Kentucky, they was said on ESPN he got all 4.0 while in school. You know, that was like, I was like, damn. You know, I know how hard it is to play basketball. I know how hard it is in the college just to go through that whole regimen all day and to still be able to make those grades. You know, that's success right there.
It was discipline around the board for bro. Discipline around the board for bro. Bro, I remember we probably was like 14 and 13. Or no, I would say 15 and 14. It's Thanksgiving. We sitting over there eating at his people's house. We eating this shit. Next thing you know, probably like a 6 o'clock Thanksgiving, his brother come pick him up. They gonna go shoot. They gonna go get a workout in on Thanksgiving Day. It's just all discipline, and that's what every single thing around. It's about discipline, you know. So, and then it once you make sure the child is on point with every single thing, then when they should take life with the same damn approach. I mean, we all come from just coaching and anything like that. We just all focus on discipline. That right there, that shit right there comes up. It's a reoccurring theme in life. You know how disciplined you are. That's gonna really affect. It may not affect whether you get to something or not, because some people are just talented enough. They're talented to get them to a certain destination, but it may affect how long it takes you for you to get to your goal or whatever, you know.
And how long you stay in that success too.
Exactly.
Because you know, like maybe Acho, I was on Instagram watching Reels today, and he was like, to be great, you just got to be consistently good. You know, that's like what greatness is, just being consistently good. And some people, like, it's hard to be, you know, what you got to do to be consistently good, that discipline. Some people can't just, you know, some people need a break from it at some point in time. Like, it just becomes too much. But the ones who, you know, keep that going, keep that discipline going, are the ones who great and be great, like LeBron James and the other, you know, the athletes that we have coming to. I don't know what happened to bro. His he went out or something.
Yeah, like his name dropped out.
Okay.
While we wait for him to get back on, we'll just touch on another topic real quick.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do Summer League real quick.
Okay. Hey,
Cade versus Jalen.
I watched this game. Hey, I ain't watched no other game. I watched them boys go at it, man, and I love it, bro. Like you was just saying, someone said that this might be the best class to come in a long time, bro. Them two young brothers right there, man, hoopers. You feel me?
I was a doubter. I was a doubter when I first seen Cade. You know, you see him play against college. He got a real slow ass game and shit like that. But when I seen him play the game against Jalen, even though I'm gonna say this after this, but he was hooping. It's a real slow, methodical game, but he has a skill set, and I think over time, as he get older and older, then he will be able to have real control of a team. He would definitely need pieces on that team with him.
Yeah, definitely.
He remind me of I can see Paul George out of homie.
And they got a few people. And they got a few pieces already. You know, they got I think Jeremy Grant is over there. They got guys, you know, they just brought in a little bit of talent. But like you said, he got to grow. It's real methodical. He played a little bit like Luka, you know, he lets the game come to him. But on the other hand, I love Jalen Green. Bro.
Jalen Green got
he give me that. He gives me superstar. Like he comes in with that swag and that aura. Like, yeah, I'm the best one on this court right now. And I feel like that up Cade's play, because you know his first game wasn't too successful when he first played in the summer league. But I feel like that competition. Yeah, and I think the good competition, even though he shooting a good percentage in that game, he did make a lot of good plays. You know, I think he scored over 20-something points. That Cade did, but Jalen ended with like 25. Yeah, I think smooth dub. Yeah, and Jalen ended with like 25, bro. I love that young dude, man. He makes me like I'm gonna get 2K this year just because Candace Parker's on the cover.
Oh, you supporting the women, but you will never hold back with supporting the black queens.
I gotta support the black women, man. I ain't played 2K last year, but I wanted to get it because you know they just put the WNBA on it like a few years ago, so I wanted to get it then. But yeah, man, I definitely had to support. I want to support Candace Parker, man. But now I'm gonna get it, and I'm playing with the Rockets because you know Jalen Green. Man, I definitely want to see how this battle between those two go. Unfortunately, they are in two different conferences, so they only get to play twice a year during the regular season. So hopefully their teams can definitely get good and make it to a finals or a finals together. So they can see, but I don't see that happen for another 10 years.
It's not happening for Detroit. It's not. The front office just not on point.
Okay,
it's not on point since Joe Dumas drafted Darko Milicic. That front office been trash.
Yeah.
From that point on,
that's the year they're supposed to take Carmelo, right?
Yeah.
That's the
From that point on, it has been where it needed to be. But Houston, they are more of that's a front office I could trust more to make things happen.
Yeah, they're progressive. They take chances.
Several different. They've been there the past couple decades. Houston has found a way to revamp themselves with three different teams, a couple different faces. Yao Ming, and when they got T-Mac, Artest for a second, and then they coming back. They coming back again. So I with Jalen Green, like you said, he a star. You can just see it. The way he dressed, he got a chip on his shoulder. He drafted number 2 in the draft, but talking about you got a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah,
I don't see it, but that's a blessing.
Nah, you gotta think about it, man. When you good at something, bro, and you feel like you the best. That's like Tom Brady. He was 199. Like no matter if you're not first, you last. What Ricky Bobby said, if you're not first, you last, bro. Yep. So Jalen Green just feel like he should have been first. He feel like he better than Cade. So that's what that chip gonna always be there. And I feel like he's gonna use that to will his team to wins during the season. Because like you say, the Rockets, they're in rebuild mode, and Pistons definitely are in rebuild mode. They need a lot more talent around them guys.
He got a lot to do. And that's not somewhere people want to go, to Detroit. Nah,
that's not a. Because you see what happened with the Lions. They haven't bounced back yet.
They pulling up in Houston. They trying to, especially when the world open back up, niggas trying to see that strip club like that Harden was living. They want to see what it's about.
They want to see how that thing comes. Harden the strip club connoisseur, man. Man. Even in Houston, though, they strip clubs. Even all they clubs, they close at 8. They don't serve liquor after 2 o'clock. So he wasn't doing that much partying. It's not like Miami. You can party all night. But at the same time, Houston, you gotta get no liquor.
At one point, I heard sometimes trainers would tell you to go out or something if it's so you can sleep, or day before a game they say go do something so you can go to sleep.
Yeah,
sleep up as close as possible to the game or something.
Yeah, because people probably be nervous, anxious. No matter how good you are, I feel like them nerves always gonna be there when you want to perform.
But,
a little bit.
We got B back. B, I want to ask you a question, bro. So being from Miami, dog, we know this is a football. South Florida's football. What pushed you into basketball in the first place? What made you go? I wouldn't say go left. But and compared to like what everybody else was doing, the majority, all your homeboys, you definitely went left when it comes to basketball. What got you into that?
Well, and sorry about that disconnection, but bro, to be honest with you, to answer that question, man, my last year playing football, and thanks, bro, for bringing this up, because this was back to the last question that you asked, Blue, about the youth and stuff like that. I actually played for Coach Luke my last year playing football when they shut down. When they shut down for my 8th grade year, I played at Liberty City, and that's the year that Carol City was playing at Golden Glades. We was the original Warriors of Liberty City. We was the first team to really kind of get everything started back again, because Luke had been going away from the ball for like 10 plus years. Yeah. So I was on the team with Devontae Freeman, Lil Ray, Time. You know what I'm saying? We had some gangsters on our team. And
definitely.
We won the Super Bowl and everything.
See, that's a super team right there.
For folks that don't know, Coach Luke, he referring to Luke Skywalker from 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, Luke the King.
Like we are from Miami. If you are somebody that's not listening from Miami, not watching from Miami, Luke runs. He's a very, very strong part of South Florida youth football, and the Liberty City Warriors. That's his team. And Rose saying he played on the team with some people that's in the league right now. You feel me?
Yeah. So I was supposed to go to they were trying to recruit our whole team to the West, and they wanted me to go to the West, but my daddy wasn't having that.
Facts.
Being down in the city.
Yeah.
And, I was, you know what I'm saying? I probably been on some things I had no business doing, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, part of the reason I had to leave Carol City, you feel me? But anyhow, remember we used to have a weight training from, we used to go from middle school to the high school, and we used to
summer.
So like my first day I go, we got to do bench press, and I could barely lift. I can't lift the bar at all. And like, some of y'all boys in there already lifting, in
my backyard.
Like that what I'm saying. Like I always been one of the smaller guys. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, boy, I ain't as strong as these boys. So I used to only go on leg day, but you only get 3 days to miss.
Oh, you get 3 of them things.
You feel me? So
you thought you was slick, huh?
I thought I was gonna be slick and just come on leg day. You feel me? They ain't gonna notice, but I got sliced, and then I was just, this ain't for me. I don't want to be lifting no weights anyway. And then, I just, transitioned to the basketball because again, I ain't like the way, my head used to feel when I used to, have to hit somebody and stuff like that. Like I knew from a very early age that something ain't right about this, but again, when in Rome, you do what the Romans do.
Yeah, facts. You gotta do what the Romans do, bro. And like I tell people all the time, man, if I knew the consequences, I probably would have chosen another sport. Because just like people say, I done probably had concussions and still played. You feel me? Like plenty of times I done hit somebody and seen stars, or like, you feel me? Just like, and then one thing about Coach Frazier, man, y'all boys know, if you ain't hurt and you don't need no ambulance, you better not come out that field. You feel me? So
when you get off, put some ice on it. You good.
What? So
I ACL, put some ice on that bitch.
And one thing about it, man, them boys will easily replace you too. So I want, as long as you're on that
field, it's always next man up.
Well, I ain't trying to come out that field, bro, but definitely, I ain't never know you. I didn't know you played football.
That's how I met, bro. Playing football.
That was the first sport I ever played. And, I really didn't realize how, because playing at Carol City, bro, we had so many gangsters, bro. Everybody was
facts, bro. Facts, bro. A lot of raw dudes out there,
every team I played on, bro, everybody was raw. So, like, for me, I was like somebody where, like, oh, we ain't worrying about him. But, like, you ain't going to throw the ball to my side now. That ain't happening. But, I wasn't one of those, like, gangsters that you looking out for, because we had, like, 6 years old. But anyway, when I got to Liberty City, the story goes, they was finna cut me because at Liberty City they cut you if you ain't good enough. They don't pick you for the top whatever. You gotta go play on the cut team. Like this real now.
Like B team. Yeah, we had that in North Dade too. Definitely had the B. We called it the B team.
Fact. Yeah, so they ain't called it the B team. They called it the cut team.
Cut team. Oh shit.
No, bro.
You're in the city. That shit's savage, man.
Hey, it's savage. So they gotta you feel me? It's like, if you make the cut team, like you trash. Like that's what it is. And coming from where we come from, that's why I think like we all had a hustler's ambition because our environment don't allow us to sit back and just let things happen. You gotta go get it. So when I was at Liberty City, they was trying me, you know what I'm saying? Like I tried to switch. I'm gonna play receiver. I wasn't getting no smokes over there. I go back to DB. DB coach trying me. Then one of the last practice, bro, I had a great practice. And I ain't gonna lie, my cousin uncle had hollered at Luke, like, man, like just give him a look, like just pay attention to him. You feel me? Like just focus on him. And then like I made the team. I didn't start like the first game. I didn't play that much because you only had to play 6 plays in Pop 1. Like,
facts.
You just had to make sure you played. So like the first 2 games, I only played a total of maybe like 15, 20 plays, no lie. And then after that, I started for the rest of the season. And being on that team with them, like, bro, them boys brought something out of me that I never even really knew I had. Like Carol City, I felt comfortable. These my brothers. I grew up with everybody.
But it's a different environment.
Bro, that hunger. Them hunger that them boys down there got is just different. You feel me? And then I was on some savage, like, bro, I was looked at as like a leader of the defense. You feel me? And it's like somebody coming off teams where I never was recognized as somebody that, you know what I'm saying, we even counting on. You feel me? Because my cousin Tony or B Knight or Stedman or somebody, we just had too many.
Had too many people that was good. So, you was good too, but you just was down there on the second order on that team.
But at Liberty City, I played with even colder gangsters, and I was a gangster too now.
Yeah, they brought that out of you. Like you said, you was comfortable at the crib. You comfortable at that part. You feel me? When you went down there.
At Liberty City, I had to man, I'm finna show y'all niggas man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta show y'all. In Carol City, like, okay, they know B, they know whatever. Liberty City, you getting tried.
And that's how I felt going to high school, bro. Because I ain't never played like at Carol City Park or at a Golden Glaze around here. Like I played at North Dade and I played at Miami Lakes. So the coaches at Carol City, they ain't know who I was, or they ain't watch me play. And I didn't go to Carol City Middle, so I didn't do the after school. How y'all during springtime y'all go lift weights. I couldn't do that. I was in season 2, so. When I went to high school, it was the same way. Like I had to get it. Like I ain't care about nothing. Like I ain't know. I only knew the twin. I knew Josh and Jeremy. And that's probably like it. Everybody else, y'all boys played at Cass City or went to Cass City or something like that. So I knew Stead because Stead came to Norland. towards the end of 8th grade. That's when I met bro. But yeah, bro, I understand that hunger. Like I tell you, like I ain't know the way. People don't really know. Growing up, I wanted to go to the West all the way up into 8th grade and middle school, bro. Cause like my godbrother and them, they played on the state team. My godbrother played on the state team with the Weaver twins, like when they won in like 90, I want to say 97, Torrey Cox, all them dudes on that team. And then my other godbrother played on the team with Torrey and Charles and them. So like growing up, I went to all the West games. My godmama was part of the booster clubs. Like they're like people from Miami understand like the West culture is like a college culture. Like when it comes to this, sports, Miami Northwestern. Miami Northwestern Bulls, Teddy Bridgewater, the likes of the world, Amari Cooper.
What's the name? Levante David,
Super Bowl champion. My bad, Bucks fan. You got Brianna Rollins, just runs track. She went there. They have a lot of great athletes. But yeah, I wanted to go there all the way up into 8th grade and like be at my mom and my dad went to Carol City. So when I'm thinking like 8th grade, I'm gonna go to the West. Nah, man, you finna go right here to the C, whatever. And I got there and I just fell in love with just the culture, like you said, the discipline. Everybody ain't like Frazier, boy. I gotta tell you that boy. If we ain't do nothing, you got discipline and he taught you how to be on time and life lessons. You feel me?
I mean, that nigga said one time. He was like, all right, y'all gonna be sorry as fuck, but y'all gonna be some strong ass motherfuckers.
Hey man, we went out that game, bro. My first 3 years.
Man, listen, that was a tough time, boy. That was a tough time.
And yeah, that's another reason I ain't want to get on the football team either, because they were just leaving like the glory of like, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? They were like, I ain't signing up for that because I've never been on no losing squads.
Yeah, facts, bro.
And I know high school would get different. And I'm really probably supposed to be out here with these boys at the West like yourself. And then my attitude at the time, I wouldn't have been able to play for Coach Frazier or in that program. I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. And I feel you on that, bro, because like definitely sound like how you just said, man. Just that culture. Like it was hard for me adapting to like playing for the Kansas City. Like you say, and optimist, bro. I went to the Super Bowl almost every year I played, besides our hundreds and our 110s year. And other than that, we went to Super Bowl and we won every year. Like I never was on a losing team. Like you say, you played with the guys at Liberty City. Like at North Day, I played with Allen Hearns on my team. I had a lot of hood legends like Antonio Trahan was on our team. My homeboy Battle. There's a lot of dudes, man. There's a lot of dudes I can't even think about. Corbin Lamb was on our team. You feel me? A lot of dudes that went to the West. Michael Lee played out there with us at North Day. So it's like we always went to Super Bowl, won it. Went at Miami Lakes my last year, 8th grade, Super Bowl, won it there. That's when we played late at Miramar. I get to Kansas City. JV, we good. We messed up the undefeated streak that they had. We lost to Norland. But other than that, I'm thinking like, yeah, this is high school about. We win the games. I look over to the varsity, them boys 2-7. 1-10. My 11th grade year, but when I get on varsity 11th grade, we go down there 0-7 before we win our first game. I'm like, we got a lot of talent though. Like niggas getting scholarships. We had Robert Sands, 3-star, 4-star safety. We had Allen out there. We had a lot of talent. I'm like, why are we losing?
The worst thing is, bro, is being a part of a losing team and know you compete, but you can't compete.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you gotta just sit there and just watch this shit, bro.
Yeah, watch it, bro.
I was so happy, bro, to finally leave and actually win and be contributing to like this. We could have been doing this shit the whole time, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like y'all boys, both of y'all left Kansas City, went to the schools. Like, how was that transition? Going from going from that type of program, because our basketball program was, I want to say just as tough and rigorous as our football program. So, how was that transition to a new school when you left?
It was tough at first because I ain't really had no choice in saying where I could go. I could have played at Norland, Crop, or HML. Those were some of the schools I was interested in, or whatever the case may be. And being that I was exposed to the AAU circuit very early by being like that, you know what I'm saying? I understood like the type of opportunities and exposure that I needed, to go to college if I was gonna go to college, because like we, like bro said earlier, like Florida is a predominantly football state, and in high school they had me ranked 296 in the state. So according to the rankings, I'm trash as hell, and I ain't going to college. You feel me? Like, there's no. So, you know, I used to go back and forth with Coach Rob, and I'm like, man, like, I done been around great basketball players, great coaches. I'm seeing this stuff, and like, to be honest with you, at 15 years old, I already saw like, man, like, I can't thrive in this. Like, so I used to challenge him, and obviously, you know, he showed me who was the boss, and I couldn't play. But going to NMB, what it did for me, bro, like I said, man, my whole life I've been around gangsters, and when I got to NMB, I had to like really be the man. Like, the game is going to be dependent upon how good I play. If we win, it's going to be because I played exceptionally well. If we competitive, it's going to be because I'm playing well. If we lose, it's going to be because of me, even if I do play well. So now it's like, okay, now I'm carrying the team on my back, and it's all on me. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying, copping out. Like, when you playing on a team with gangsters, you could take plays off. You could, you know what I'm saying, you could defer to somebody else.
Yeah.
But when
you gotta go above and beyond when you the man.
Like when the time to put the ball in your hands, like, it's gonna be obvious if you shine away from it and if you don't want that. You feel me? And like I say, bro, transferring from Kansas City could have been the best thing that ever happened to me, because again, I won't be sitting here having this conversation with y'all because I wouldn't be the man that I am. And you know, me and Coach Rob, we excellent now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man and I recognize like the things he was trying to, you know, teach me. However, at the time, I wasn't getting it, and I still think to an extent I was right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, the coaches that come through Kansas City, because of the type of environment we come through, and the kids that they got to coach, they got to be tough on us. You know what I'm saying? The Coach Frazier's, the Coach Rob, you know what I'm saying? Coach Barrett's, the coach.
Coach Barnwell. Coach Barnwell.
Like, they have to be hard on the type of kids that they coaching, because we need discipline. You know what I'm saying? And if you let us do whatever we want to do, bro, we gonna run into, you know,
and we're gonna wreck out. We might fuck up opportunity. You know, like you say,
we will fuck up opportunity.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, definitely. No matter how good you are, you do need, you know, you need someone in your corner. Like, nah, man, getting it straight. And like you say, we may be right sometimes. You feel me? But at that time in high school, we wasn't supposed to see that. We wasn't supposed to be right. You know,
you just gotta listen, bro. And like I tell people all the time, man, like when it comes to this basketball thing, I know it wasn't 295 people better than me. That's not. You know what I'm saying? That's neither here or there. However, I'm thinking like, bro, like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You get a chance to use this opportunity to pay for your school, like bro said earlier, the navigational tool of going from here, going from, you know what I'm saying? And again, man, learning certain lessons, going through certain things only help you, you know, be better, because like you said, in the moment, you know what I'm saying, we got to just absorb that knowledge in that game that they trying to give us, because sometimes it'd be hard to see because you feel like coach hating on you or don't want you to shine on and stuff like that. But again, it'd be to prevent you from crashing, because one of the things I always tell people is, bro, I wasn't the best player to come from where I come from. I wasn't the fastest on no team I ever played on. I wasn't athletic. I didn't have the best hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? However, I always knew, bro, just stay the course. You don't got to act hard or be gangster. Niggas going to limit themselves. Some people ain't going to have grades. Some people ain't going to have the good attitude. Some people going to have a bad circumstance where, you know what I'm saying, they in the streets.
Somebody gonna miss them 3 days.
Bro, it's gonna
be right on that field.
Bro, it's gonna be something that niggas die. It's gonna be something that somebody do, or something gonna happen where people eliminate themselves. And if you stay the course, bro, like I know a lot of people that was better than me, bro, but they did not make it. They didn't even get a chance to go to college. You feel me? Like we know, like, come on, bro. How many people we know off Risco Park that we know could have played in the league?
Basketball, football, track, a lot of stuff, bro. We just seen I done seen the best of the best, bro, and a lot of levels in life, bro. And like you say,
that's in high school, bro. How many people don't walk through there like really like that, bro? Like, bro, bro. I don't know if y'all know. School. I don't know if y'all know Gio, tall Gio.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Bro, when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, bro, they had a dunk contest at the park behind Popeyes, bro. I'm talking like, bro, it was like 100 people out there. Like, it was like a lot of this one. Like, people used to be outside.
Outside. Yeah, we have a Paul right now.
Bro, they had the dunk contest, bro. This nigga Gio I think he did a windmill over like a Walmart shopping cart, like, bro, like, but how far he jumped from, bro.
And he had a part with it, man.
Bro, he had the part, bro. He had the part with it, bro. And I don't even think, bro, had on gym shorts.
He probably out there, jeans or something.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And like when he got on the basketball team, like, bro, he couldn't follow directions. He used to feel like everybody was trying to, like, like, he got all the talent, athleticism in the world. But
everything you need to be great, he got it. But it's just the mental side of it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't had that.
You know what I'm saying? Our little brother said, like, bro, said had it. Said should be playing right now. Like, nigga, you watching
NBA? Yeah,
said
fact. One of the best to do it.
Like, I'm talking like said supposed to be on that. However, again, it ain't all it, bro. Don't be always our fault, bro. It be the environment, and we don't know better, so we cannot do that. But again, that's why I'm doing what I'm trying to do, because it's like, nah, I ain't no tough guy, no gangster, but guess what? I'm on this podcast with two brothers that could vouch that, nah, Brandon really from here. He really, like, this ain't no, I'm making up these stories. I come from the suburbs. Like, nah, I'm in the mix. So now I can tell my brother said story like, well, that boy right there's supposed to be in the league. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. Like, if Stead don't get shot, Stead's in the league putting up Pro Bowl numbers. Like,
man, listen, dog.
Opportunity, bro. You have even people who who didn't even get to do nothing in high school, really, like even Dante Ingram, like that's probably one of the best.
Well, that's probably the one of the rawest people ever come through, bro.
The best football player I probably ever seen in my life.
Bro, you the third person to say that in the month, bro. Three different people that said that.
Bro, the best person, but the man beat us by himself. Like I told you, when I played Notre Dame, we had gangsters. Miami Lakes probably had one or two and him. They beat us by ourselves, bro. Unfortunately, they lost that year. They lost to Sean Spence now the game before the Super Bowl at a lot of Lakes Park or some junk like that, and then we beat Sean Spence them in the Super Bowl that next week after that, bro. Like, nigga competed against like these people was really great, bro. Like I say, Dante Ingram, bro, probably one of the best person, bro, I ever seen play, and he didn't do nothing in high school until he got like senior year. I think he played for Bay Point, and then our senior year.
Basketball.
Yeah, athletic. He just out one of them niggas, bro. Just one of them niggas, cold, bro.
Bro, check this out, bro. Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Yeah,
bro. If bro don't get in trouble, I probably can't play at Carol City until my 12th grade year.
Because y'all boys play the same position.
That's like, bro. He was
good like that.
Yeah, I'm probably like stretching it because I would have got better. However,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Bro was on something, bro. Like he was. The way
definitely, bro.
It was just different, bro.
One thing about I tell what's name, Lil Ray all the time, say, bro, I wish I would have got to see two together, bro, like in football.
Him and Dante?
Yeah, him and Dante, bro. I just wanted to see them two on the field at the same time, bro. That's a good ass thing. Like you say, Lil Ray was one of the men about football, even though.
Ray one of the best I ever seen do it, bro, with that rock in his hand.
And the thing is, I never seen bro play except because we went to Northern together, so I only seen bro play like on the basketball court and before school.
Hey, listen,
that's what N1 mixtape.
Bro, Ray was so raw. This is to put it in perspective, bro. Ray was so raw. Freeman didn't even play.
Hey, he told. Damn, we got the footage of that, bro. When we had did the pod at Cigar Bros that time, Stacie. Yeah. We got the footage of that. He told us that story, and that's crazy. You saying that? Like he said, he got the game before Freeman to get in the game and like get it.
Bro, Ray used to score 2 or 3 times first half, like game blowout. He ain't gotta play no more, bro. Ray in the Super Bowl against overtime, bro. We were supposed to lose the game. We actually lost, but Ray's so slick and so smart. Ray got tackled before the goal line. It was like 4th and something, like 1 second left, 2 seconds left, and Freeman was in the game. Ray got tackled and fumbled the ball, but pushed the ball forward.
And it fell on it.
Yeah, it fell on it and scored.
I heard the story.
Like, bro, Vontae, like, we obviously know what Vontae did, like, after, you feel me? But, bro, think about that. This man, Vontae, was on almost a Super Bowl winning team. Yeah. And he threw behind somebody that didn't even
Vontae Denner led the league in rushing at one point, or he had like one of the most touchdowns at one point.
He was the top 5 back at one point.
Now I was trying to tell you, and he was behind somebody. You say somebody who didn't even care to play football, who was just doing it, because like you say, I'm from here, and this is what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, Ray had that swag, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ray different.
Definitely. Hey, just to see him as an adult, you feel me? It translates to the person he is now. Like
he is, bro.
Yeah,
that's he's always been that. Like that ain't no pretending. He's more of himself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Definitely, dog. That's
one
crazy,
more thing.
bro. You good.
I don't know if bro know this. Bro, when Lil Ray was on the team with Kenny Boynton and B Knight, Ray was the leading scorer on that team.
They don't know that.
Team breakdown. Ray was the leading scorer on that team.
Bro, and I went to school. Kenny out here, so I was at Florida with Kenny, man. Kenny a wild dude, bro. I fought with that boy, man.
Kenny.
I fought with Kenny. Yeah, I fought with Kenny. I know they played. I know all three of them played together. I knew.
They played. They were like the national champs 2 years in a row.
And they had the African. They
had Eloy Vargas. They had like
Eloy Vargas. Vargas went to Florida too. His dumb ass.
7th grade.
Watch them boys play.
Hey, 7th grade, bro. When B Knight old boy tell my daddy about ANU, it was 6th or 7th grade, bro. We go up to Coral Springs for the tryout. It's the first time I see KB.
Yeah,
bro. I'm thinking to myself, like, I know B Knight a year younger than me, and I just know, like, damn, this nigga wrong. But when I see Kenny Boynton, bro, I say, bro, there's no way me and him the same age.
You feel like that boy just that good, right?
Listen, like Kenny at that time, like Brandon could not like do nothing with him.
He can do nothing with bro.
Like, bro, the same size Kenny is right now, just drop him like 30 pounds. He was the same size in the 6th or 7th grade. I'm not lying to you.
Oh, so he was already tall. He was already tall.
Kenny was in middle school. Kenny was already a man.
Damn.
But Kenny just never grew no more. Like Kenny never.
Fact. And cause I knew he was raw, bro. Because if he would have left Florida after his first year, he would have been a lot. Like he was that good. Like he came in that good. He was like on the same level like John Wall and them. And John Wall, he was up there with them.
Did he win state his freshman year?
I think they won late.
They won state
when Lil Ray went to school.
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
When Lil Ray transferred out there, because remember
him and Ray won their sophomore year, but at Pace and Ely. And
I'm saying they lost. Oh, okay, yeah. Lil Ray played with Shipman, Ray Shipman. He played with Big Ray. At Pace. At Pace. They won that year, and then boy left and went to the same school, American Heritage. American Heritage.
But they couldn't beat Brandon.
Hey, they couldn't beat that boy. No. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. How like just the degrees of separation is not that far from like you feel me. You grew up with Brandon Knight. You grew up I went to school with these boys. Like everybody just got their own separate, relationships and just it's all the same, bro.
I can tell y'all so many B Knight stories, bro, on the basketball court, stuff I done seen him do. Like, bro. Y'all was talking about, like, bro, talking about his discipline, bro. I remember one time, the first time I ever worked out with Brandon, we was getting ready to go to Atlanta the next day, I think. This when Brandon became the number 1 player in the country. I think at this time he was number 2. Mm-hmm. And we working out. We done worked out for like over an hour, bro. But I'm like, man, I'm done, bro. I went and sat down. Bro, this man kept going, bro. He did this one drill where, like, you had to come down, make a move, and hit like 10 threes in a row. Like, and I'm like, I think this was B sophomore year, going into his junior or 9th grade year, going into his 10th grade, either one. But he was already on stuff where it's like, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm finna sit down and so like, bro, we get up to Atlanta, right? We play some team from Texas. I think B had he had more than 15. I don't know if he had more than 20. He didn't have one of them big games that he usually have, right? And we lost. And I ain't gonna lie. Them boys was in him, you know what I'm saying? Because like when they know you the number 1 nigga, like they come at you a certain way. Mm-hmm. Bro, the man cried after the game, bro.
The man, that's how you know that shit meant something to him, bro. That passion, bro.
Listen, and I was roommates with B, so the night was uncomfortable, bro. Mm-hmm. Bro, the next day, that morning game we had,
about 50, huh?
Hey, listen. He had all type of chicken nuggets, okay? Like, I don't really remember how many he had, but he had a lot of them shits. So then, after we played that game, we played against a nigga named Joe Jackson. I don't know if y'all know who Joe Jackson is, but Joe Jackson was a top 10 player in the country. Mm-hmm. Joe Jackson was from Memphis. So Joe Jackson had like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, he had like 24 points in like the first half type shit.
Dang.
So then Brandon switch on to this man. I think Joe Jackson finished the game with like 27 for real.
Brandon like nah. So Brandon did both sides of the court, gang.
Bro, listen. I done been around, bro. When B was in the 7th grade, Tim Hardaway Jr. and Charles Hanks, bro, they did a triangle and 2. They had 2 people on B. B still finished with 40 plus.
Dang.
Elite, bro.
Like, that's what
that basketball AAU jump different, bro. Like that whole circuit different, bro. And I feel like that's what the league is going. Like the league is that now. That's what the league is, man. There's one big AAU circuit. Let me play on my dogs. You feel me? Oh, I want to ask B that question right before we get off. Before we wrap it up. The Kobe comment when he was like AAU basketball is hurting the game of the NBA because it's creating more one-on-one players instead of creating team ball. How you feel about that? And in reference, I think he was talking about like the Olympics and how the world is catching up to America because overseas they play like more team ball and the correct way to play basketball. So how do you feel about that comment or whatnot?
My connection area. You there, bro? You here, bro?
Difficulty.
Yo.
I don't think he has.
No, I can hear you. I'm here.
Oh, okay. You heard my question?
I was saying, you said Kobe said that?
Yeah, Kobe said that. It was like an interview he had like a few years back, and he was just like the AAU game is like more one-on-one now, so it's messing up the that's why the foreign teams was catching up with the USA team. I think it was a reference to that.
Yeah, but again, man, when you look at sports, bro, think about anything in the NFL, basketball, when something is one-on-one, like we make it like that from when these kids are little, like we make sure he know he the man. So like what you think a nigga gonna do when he like
really on the stage,
like, and he know the person in front of him can't fuck with him at all. You really know he could score every, like, bro, I'm telling you, like, niggas that say B Knight used to be ball hogging, the man will take 30 shots and maybe make 25, 24 of them shits.
Yeah.
So to me, that's not ball hogging. That's just a nigga knowing that he could score every single time. Bro, that's
as soon as I get the ball, I can score every time. I get it.
Bro, his first step was like, bro, like I said, we could have had a segment. I could have just talked about him to y'all, like, about the stuff I done seen. Like, that's why I be saying, like, bro, like, people gotta, like, chill off the disrespect. Like, because at the end of the day, bro, you know what it take to get to where he at. You feel what I'm saying? So going back to the AAU thing, I think in a way the AAU game has affected college and the NBA. However, AAU has also contributed to this image and likeness process speeding up.
Definitely.
Think about these kids who make a platform for themselves without anybody, like LaMelo Ball, Mikey Williams, Zion Williamson, and the list goes on. Like, bro, they could make more money independently than they could do with all this stuff, to be honest with you. Because if you say right now, I'm gonna do a $500 autograph signing, but you know how many kids go on his autograph, bro?
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just a matter of, again, I think this thing gonna blow up at some point because some things gonna get lost and too much money involved, bro. Too much money involved. I hope it works out. I said earlier, I just hope these young people get the education on how to properly spend and use this money, because when I was getting them pair of checks, I was at the mall trying to live it up. I can only getting 50 bands, 100 bands at a time.
Bro,
saying at 19 years old.
The DN from Oregon, right? He was talking to somebody. I think it was at Media Day on something like that. I seen on I was watching the reel, but he was like, he was showing his rings, his Pac-12 championship ring, some other little bowl ring, somebody else's ring. And he was like, these are my rings. And the lady asked about his watch. And he was like, thanks to Neil. That boy, bro, the man watch was so iced out, gang. Big bust down rolly. I know he spent like the 30, 20, like he's bro, because there's nothing but diamonds. But like you said, bro, they're going to have the discipline, bro. Because like you say, bro, I was in college. My Pell Grants, like, my one that's big because I got to pay for other stuff. But the athlete, I done seen the athletes get a Pell Grant. My dog Gary, he ain't stay at UF too long because that boy was a real like country hood nigga from like South Carolina or something. Soon as man got his bag, bro, the man was in the mall. He came back to the dorm, had 10, 20 bags, bro. Then he take the money, put it in his mouth, like, and I got like he ready to spend it. You feel me? Like he never had nothing, bro. Coming from that small town he was from, bro, he never had that, bro. And I think that lost him with football. Football got lost, school got lost. You feel me? Like you see these players, and like you say, that's another aspect to it. Like that adds to like they might get, just get lost and not high on the opportunity and grow within themselves. Like I feel like the near process, as I was telling, I was like, man, the people who know they're not gonna make it to the league, like you had that receiver who 5'8", fast as hell. He just small, bro. But at the school he at, he the man. And the local town around him, he getting sponsorship 20,000, 15,000. Why not just mutt that for the next 4 years, get you a degree, and start you a business, or you already up $50,000 to $100,000 just in life. And that's how I look at the NFL. Like the dudes who make it to the NFL, who not gonna be the Tom Brady's, who not gonna be the the Dalvin Cooks or the people we know. They just get in that league for about 3-4 years, get their bag, save their money as much as they can, and get out, man, get a regular job. But now you saving all that extra job money because now you feel me? You got a little cushion under your belt. You can go buy your house. Yeah, you can do this. You can do that. Man, I done seen it happen, man. Dude go to the league, come back, be a firefighter, get this good money doing that. You feel me? So you just gotta, I want to say just use the opportunity, like whatever opportunity you land in as a young athlete, and making it work for you. Because like you say, at a young age, 15, 16, that a lot of stuff, something in your future, or it's gonna be hard for you to get somewhere, just because circumstances. Just gotta, I want to say, know that at a young age, and I know these kids knowing that at a young age now, and just adapting, because that's what you did. That's what all of us did. All us played sports, up into high school and college a little bit, and we adapted to different other platforms. You went to your lane, Stacie went to his lane, I went to my lane. So that's what these kids gotta do now, man. Just adapt, because like you said, it's a lot of money,
and they gotta watch out for these Brittany runners. Don't get caught in the Brittany runners.
Hey, that's a wild situation. I don't know how much of that information is true, bro.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's a wild situation, because if she was preying on that man from high school, Has need to be in jail. Because if a man was doing that to Skylar Diggins, his ass would be in jail. You hear me? So I need that. I understand, bro, but that's she could. If the 7 years was trying to manipulate that man and get that bad, she a dangerous woman. Because Colin Kaepernick had ass buying her own plane tickets to come see him. So I want to know what PJ Washington was over there doing, because he tripping. Okay. Well, man, I want to thank you for coming on, bro, man. Nigga, appreciate you, bro. This definitely was a great conversation. Make sure you guys follow him on social media. Let him know your social media, where they can purchase your book. If any other speaking engagements, I seen you instead went to, an event. That was good to see, man. You brothers, honing in on your craft, so, let people know.
Yeah, for sure, man. And like I say, bro, I appreciate y'all. I respect what y'all doing, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to, chop it up with y'all on y'all platform. So like I said, whenever it's, you getting love at home, it's a different type of love. You feel me? So I greatly appreciate it when I'm, getting it from Carroll City.
Definitely.
My social media handle is Vega Brandon _ VGA, BRANDON _ and you can purchase the book if you're interested at www.starteating.com. The book has gotten some amazing reviews. We got them in 3 local high schools, and God willing, we'll get them in some more this year. So with the support of you all and the people, what I'm saying, helping me get the book out there as a self-published independent writer, it's going to help me tremendously. So we're gonna continue to push the pavement and do what we do. Man, that event me and Stead got a chance to go to. I only went to that because he invited me, because he told me about it. I didn't even know about it, and I just saw that as an opportunity that you want to do this, you know what I'm saying? You got to be around those that are great, you know, to kind of see what it is that
how they
do.
move, how they get into their,
So,
they daily routine, they discipline, what they doing.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And we all operate differently, you know. That's why I like the lane that I've picked with this writing thing, because I can make it look as cool as I wanna. I could dress like a rapper, I could dress like a trapper, I could dress like I want, but you can't take my education away from me, and you can't take away what I've already done. So I want little boys and girls that look like me to understand, man. This smart shit is cool. You feel me? We don't gotta away from it. We don't gotta, you know, act like, you know, be made to feel bad because we trying to, you know, learn and be better. You know, that's the only way, you know, the future gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? I was reading this book. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I don't want to hold y'all, but I was reading this book called Look Both Ways by Jason Reynolds. And you know, there was a part in the book where, you know, this lady kept asking the little girl, "What you gonna do to change the world? What you gonna do to change the world? Like, what you gonna do? Like, what you gonna be? Like, what you gonna, you know, how you gonna grow up to make sure you contribute to the world in a positive way?" And you could be anything. Like, you don't gotta be like a person. You could be anything that'll probably help the world be better. And the girl, you know, she noticed walking home from school how many cracks in the sidewalk, how big the cracks in the sidewalk was, and how people could trip and get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And how there's potholes in her community and whatever the case may be. So she thought to herself, she said, "Well, shit, I think I'll be some wet cement so I can fill the cracks, so I can't hide. And that way I can keep people from tripping." So that seems simple, but in my mind, I can be that wet pavement in the writing game. You know what I'm saying? Because the lack of education is why we be tripping. It ain't so much the crack in the sidewalk. It's the lack of education, the lack of understanding.
Lack of knowing, lack of, you know, comprehending.
So now, coming from where I come from, I got the power because I got people that really live a certain way that respect me. I got people that's into the right things that respect me. And I could go in any room and everybody gonna respect me like a gentleman because, again, this is who I am. You feel me? So, again, man, I appreciate y'all, brothers. You know, it's all love. And anytime y'all need me, y'all already know what it is.
Oh, but appreciate you, Brody, already, man. You know, we're going to have you back. You know, I know you're going to have something to come talk to us about, a speaking engagement, another book, event. So I know we're going to have you, know, back on the podcast, man. Definitely thank you once again, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Y'all be easy, bro. Love. Yes, sir.
All right, bro. We can go ahead and wrap them on up.
Okay, man. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man, and tuning in, man, live with us on, you know, it's Good Thursday. We had our brother Brandon Vega on here. We know we touched on a lot of topics, man. Touched on a lot of things, you know, in the Black community, you know, went back, you know, gave you guys some great history lessons, some things you didn't know, some things you did know about, you know, just Miami sports culture. Everybody's connected some type of way, man. Every guest we bring on this show is going to have a story about, you know, someone that you guys know outside of, you know, the Miami or know nationally, you know. So, you know, thank you guys for coming out. You know, make sure you guys subscribe, share, like, comment. Let us know how you felt about the episode. Make sure you follow everybody in the section below, and description section below. Social medias, Playas Sanctuary on Instagram and on Facebook, bro. And yeah, man, Brody, definitely, I love it.
Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, talking shit with us, man. Hey, in other news, we got a football season coming around the way. Fantasy football league is going to be coming. We're going to be betting. It's going to be a cash league, and also maybe a weekly pool as well. You feel me? So you're trying to make some money, join the Facebook group Playas Sanctuary, so we can talk shit in there. You know, we're gonna create a little groups and stuff for the people that do want to chime in on that. So if you think you know football, you like money, tap in. All right,
tap in.
Get stuff.
Yes, sir. Y'all be easy, man. Bless.
We out.